Yo, happy Halloween, Clevy. What's up, Ishan? Do I have everything? Yeah, I do. Oh, yo, happy Halloween, Green. You too, dumb souls. You too, Dash. You too, Alluvial. Alright. Yo, Firekeeper, how you doing, man? Alright, guys, still on our quest to find good invasion setups. Oh, you know what? I'm actually curious about something. Let's try something. This one's Dane Footwork. Grab this one. Like, I want to try Barbaric Roar with this. Like, it should help her damage too. Like right now the damage at 559. Or actually no, it's not. Wait. 354. $354. Okay, 386. That's actually not a huge jump. Oof. Go with this. Maybe even this. And what if we push this further, then we start losing this here. Oh. Well, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Oh, that's because I don't have my strength. I'm not leveled up, that's why. Okay. I was about to say, that's too low for damage. Let's see here. So 395. The 432, okay, that's a little better. His teeth, I swear. Yo, what's good, Steve? Steve, what's the next card? Do you know what's the next fight that's coming up? Yo, Canuck, how you doing, man? I wonder if it's gonna do decent damage. Hopefully the Barbaric Roar is decent. The fuck? That was weird. PvE hit me there. should kill. I think we don't have a choice but to heal here. Should be a blue coming in soon. Oh, we're already out. So far, the barbaric horde doesn't seem that useful. Yo, Steel, welcome in, guys. I don't think this is a good idea, though. Nothing major. Yeah, I'm not really liking this. I mean, we're gonna give it a shot again, but... yeah, it does seem pretty bad, actually. Thank you, Steel. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Bleed probably a good option. We could try same thing with bleed. Could be an idea. Let's compare the damage. Ooh, it's 100. 329 versus. Yeah, it's like 100 AR difference. I don't know, we're gonna try it. I mean, 100 AR difference for something that multi-hits and that has like low AR to start with. That is pretty bad. And what's the bleed build up on this? 82? 82? If we can bleed in like 3 running attacks, that could be passable. Okay, the Lord of Blood tally is not gonna cut it. We're already kind of maxing out our damage right now. The seppuku buff hard swap? I'm not sure how to do that. Yeah, the bloody flesh, like the consumable that I need all the time that I don't have. I don't think they're up there. Clay, I think I tried it with seppuku, and like, you know, let alone the fact that these fists probably can't seppuku because it's only for swords. But even for swords, I don't think the seppuku carried over either. I think it really only worked for Chilling Mist. Is it me or is he lagging? Okay, the bleed proc came in like super late. I don't think bleed is good. Yeah, fuck the bleed there. We got the bleed proc like way late. Basically useless. So the seppuku transfer did work? Alright. Yeah, the bleed buildup is useless here. Maybe it could be usable on an arcane build, but not on strength. It's not like using this like bleed on the gogs where the buildup is significant. No, cold would be a bad idea because you want to at least have the weapon benefit from Barbaric Roar, so Barbaric Roar only boosts the physical damage. It's alright, you know, you try stuff out. Sometimes stuff works, sometimes it's just, you know, you try it and then realize it's bad and then move on afterward. But at least you've tried something. I'm still gonna play a little bit with that just to give it a fair shot, you know? Got a blue in here. Yeah, I have no health. No, cold for weapons like that is more for over-leveled people. At least you do keep priority though, because with this you can go like into R2 and you're probably gonna hype armor through pretty much anything, I think. Not sure it's worth it, but well, at least we're boosting our damage though. Well, actually, we boosted our damage so much that I sacrificed every bit of defense for the tallies. Like, we have everything set up for damage. Like, even the armor. It's technically the armor, like, having Bulgoed here is to compensate for having Leda. So, like, basically all the tally slots are filled for offense. All of them. Is Leda better than the kick boosting bird legs? That's a good point, actually. I don't know how much they both give. Maybe you're right. Maybe the kick boosting legs would be better. A good point, because Leda really only is going to matter for running attacks. Bird legs, where are you? Here you are. So, like, for instance, if we do this... Oh, we already have bird legs. Well, actually, you know what? Let's test it. Well, actually, I don't think it's going to be the same for PvP, will it? Here we go, guys. 4%. Okay, and what's the and what is like the increase for Leda for like the running attacks? Is Leda like 5%? Yeah, we can't make it to the breakpoint with both, but it's 10% in PvP? Okay, so Leda is way better then. Because our bread and butter is still the running R2. So we want to have as much damage there. Shattered Stone didn't boost the Ash of War for Palm Blast, unfortunately. So I don't know which Ash of War it boosts, but... When is the Bar Bleed Pada stream? Oh, we've done a few of those already. There you go. That's karma right there. Yo, Fuji, how you doing, bro? Head to harpoon in the wrist. This guy must have suffered for our sins. So terrible. Fuck it. Get in there. Not the one I wanted to lock on. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this is actually really bad. I cannot see anything. God. Alright, we're gonna switch after this because this is obviously like super ass. Yo, this is horrible! Oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, guys, that's it for this setup. It's actually like, it's some of the worst like that we've played with. Especially the fact that you have to sacrifice so much to do so little. That's unfortunate. Okay, what else do we have here? Actually, just for the sake of it, let's compare it to... Because, you know, like, we're playing with Barbaric Roar right now. Like, what if we used, like, Club with Barbaric Roar, like, just to compare the two. So technically we would be using this, would we be using something else? You know, just to make it even, let's do that. I think that would be about right. So let's compare the two. Although, to be fair, the idea for Barbaric Roar for the Kung Fu weapons was to also to use it to keep priority after the running attack, which this here, you don't really need that. Great, we're fighting Mr. Super Latent over here. Mr. Snipe every stream with really bad net. Alright. It's not gonna happen with no poison. Oh, okay. I think the elevation actually played a role there too. That's not the one I wanted. I got frost, but I wanted poison. Oh my god, this guy's net's... Like, this guy is so bad, but his net is also so trash. It's really pointless to fight him. Like, he's really bad. Like, he's really bad and fights, like, look even just because his net is just that shit. Nice early hit and skip. Insane running. Oh my god. Not get bothered by this guy ever again. I guess net's just way too shit. He doesn't provide any good fight. Like, he's really bad and his net is super shit. Like, please don't show up again. Okay. Let's try that out again. Here. Right. Oh, this guy has that net too. Not as bad as the other one though. Did 1k damage in 2 R1s. So Pumpkinhead invasions. Oh yeah, that's true. The Redditors would love it. That gives me too much Reddit cred. Like my Reddit karma goes up like way too high if I do that. We can't have that. Guys, Tarnished Edition can't come soon enough. You really can't. What happens if your Reddit karma gets too high? You have a brain aneurysm. Very dangerous, you don't want that. Oh shit, look at that. Back end blade. I'm actually curious to see like how the club would do against BHB. Input again. Make sure we don't like run off something. We're gonna need to reset too. Oh shit, there you go, there you go. Got the boss to back up too. Do this. This. Alright. Let's focus on the range guy. No hit there. There's no opening, honestly. Pretty crazy. This is one of those invasion that technically, if you wanted to play right, you'd be using Golem over pretty much anything. Which I think I'm gonna do, honestly. It's... Where is homie the boss? Thank you, Elden Ring. And just like that. Well, the club didn't do that much better than the fist weapons here. No matter how you slice it, these invasions are pretty brutal. Okay, let's see, what else can we try? Yeah, the rack is definitely like a pain in the ass to play against, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Kinda tempted to go with something that has like crazy poison. You know what? Let's try this. Let's go crazy poison. Just a little detail. Okay, like that. We need to not forget about this, and let's do two. Like, let's soft swap between the two and have one when they're fully poisoned already. Okay, let's try that. Let's see how much our damage gets crazy. Wait, I can't swap this to that. That doesn't work. Gonna have to be this one. Yeah. Because the reason we need Millicent Prosthesis is we can't wield this thing otherwise. It requires 15 dex and we have 14. It's only 7.5. Is it worth it over poison? Yeah, I think you're right. Might not be. You're right. Let's stay with poison. I mean, 7.5 is significant when you start piling up everything, but I'm really curious to see like how high our damage gets. I mean, I've tried this build before, but I don't think I did the little like cheeky soft swap. So maybe that's gonna push our damage like crazy. Okay, let's try to change area. You know what? Go here. Have a specific level you aim for? Well, I always play at meta level, but I don't think it really means much anymore. Meta level used to mean something, but nowadays no one really follows it. I'm like the last fucking content creator who does. The game's too dead to have meta? Yeah, you're probably right. Let's go see him. I'm very curious to see how high our damage gets. Feel bad. We didn't get to see our damage buff though. Love the just standing there. It's a power move. You are already dead. Nani? The super buff, guys. Oh my god. You have to be kidding me. We're not gonna see our damage. Yo, Firekeeper with the 25 gifted. Thank you so much, man. Thanks a lot, bro. Guys, can we change the stream title to the Elder Scrolls 6 waiting room? I'm just joking. I want that new Elder Scrolls, man. That's what I'm yearning for right now. Oh, there you go. That's a good map. Bro is running on the other side. What the fuck? What are we doing? Man, this is a joke. I will definitely know how this guy beats Elden Ring. Such a shit player. Dude, this is like some of the pussiest gameplay I've ever seen, like seriously. think it's important to craft a few shit pots, just to be sure. There you go. Yo, Owen, have a good one, man. Owen, do you actually celebrate Halloween? Like, do you give kids candies for Halloween? What are the perfumes for? Perfumes or to hide that you're a tryhard sweat. That's what they're for. No, you give adult candies? Oh, that's good too, honestly. You got the cheapest costume ever. Dude, 17 is still expensive, man. Like, here we have, like, dollar stores, and there's definitely, like, $5 costumes at the dollar store, for sure. Although, maybe your pirate costume is a little better. Ooh, look at that. Wait, is that the same guys from earlier? It might be. Yeah, I think it might be, eh? I can't do that. No punish in this game, just whiff infinitely. Yeah. There's really nothing you can do. Like, you can't ever attack back. Just wipe armor scrubs. Against these guys, you really have to play the long game, I think. I'm gonna switch things up. Yo, Gabri Souls, thanks for the sub, man. Really appreciate that. The host at. It says the host is far. Take this opportunity. I mean, if they get separated like that, we definitely have a chance to end this much quicker. You scared people with costume on the street, but you were not wearing one? Why is that? What did you do? Are you gonna say you just had a knife or something? It's like even worse. You screamed at them? Yeah, that's worse. All right. Where is it? Wait, I can't wield that. Oh, I need the other Dex helmet. This one. Are we at 88 though? No, we're not. No, we are. Oh, gotta be careful about the big guy. Little PvE reunion. Yeah, that big guy is a problem though. I feel like it's very, yeah, very dangerous, I was about to say. Oh my god! Bro, what is going on? Where's the host now? I lost him. Okay, there he is. Awareness, buddy. Oh! PvE despawned, never mind. Oh, it was almost there. Unfortunately, only you and Braun are employed. You mean amongst the ladder players? uh... Being employed is not meta. Yeah. The joke, since most are kids and uni student. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me though. I like the weather effect, like the thick fog. Does make the area look kind of spooky. Your dog is older than Oak. That's pretty funny. Oh my god. That's a pretty cool roast though. And wiser. He's 16. Damn. 16's pretty old for a dog. Sure what's going on here. Yeah, what Brenna said, basically. Yeah, you just had a bigger pool of tryhards in Dark Souls 3. And the game kept getting traction even after the support stopped, like way after like very late into the game's life cycle. Whereas Elden Ring is 3 years old right now, and it feels more dead than Dark Souls 3 after 6. Pontiff and 6-player limit, keeping the history alive. Yeah, to be honest, that's pretty much it. You'd never touch a bong or blunt. Yeah, you're not missing out, honestly. I normally wouldn't play this map, but game's so dead, then why not? Not really a big fan of this area. Seamless did give Elden Ring a lifeline after the DLC. Well, to be fair, Tarnished Edition will give a boost to the activity. But we're not quite there yet. Good bot there. We going in, guys. We going in. Wow, that's... I wasn't ready for that. I did not even know there was a ladder there. Let's just do that. The influx is going to be massive. Yeah, I think so too. I think the game is going to be very active with Tarnished. Because people are going to be remaking builds with the new classes. They're going to be enjoying the new Torrent skins so much. Have my eye on the Phantom here. I don't like to use Web of Darkness there because I've fell before. Crossplay patch. I don't think FromSoft has it in them. What could be coming though is a DLSS patch for PC. That could be a big deal. Introducing DLSS to a game like this would be a big positive. Because, you know, performance for these games are not the best. The world is not ready for the amount of yapping that would ensue from PC and console players interacting. Well, I mean, PC would have a tremendous advantage. Like the people who are not on PC would almost be forced to switch. Like it's completely lopsided. Like just way easier to play on PC for these games. Like everything happens quicker because of the input delay. Almost all games, yeah. Elden Ring crossplay, but PC players are all laggy because of the PC version. Yeah, PC players like see console players like as perfectly fine, and console players just see PC players as lagging, and PC players have lower input delay. It's like the ultimate advantage that trumps all. Love when I get backstabbed when he does it by accident. You can't reaction roll, you're too busy neutral jumping? Yeah. That's proof that you're a true Elden Ring player. Are you really an Elden Ring player? If you're not just neutral jumping to not have to space anything? So you're calling every LGS and HTS and Lance players in existence? Hey man, am I wrong though? I play with those weapons. But I'll be the first one to admit, like, it takes no spacing to play like that. But, I mean, it is Elden Ring, you know? Not the player's fault. But yeah, absolutely. Probably LGS being the worst, like the easiest to play with out of the bunch, but I mean, HTS and Lances are definitely in there as well, for sure. I realized, though, the other day, I was kind of disappointed, because I was, like, somewhat enjoying, like, the mirrors that I was doing with green until I realized that, you know, once both players understand what's going on, it's like you land a hit, and then, you can just R2 out of its stun, and if you want to prevent the R2 out of its stun, well, you can R2. So, like, let's say you land a crouch attack, then the other guy can R2 out of its stun, and so you can't do another crouch attack again. So your mix-up is already out of the window. So what do? You can throw an R2 yourself, and so if the other guy decides to jump, well, they counter you. And so, okay, so how do you prevent the R2 and the jump? Well, you can jump yourself, because you're going to be able to jump first. But then, what if the other guy just waits for the jump and then counters with like a flame strike after you land? And so it becomes this game of like, you landed the first hit, then you have to make a read because the other guy can counter you from you getting the first hit. Oh, that's not get some stun a little bit. We got a teammate. I keep getting stunned by the reverse spam. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god, we got aim punched, and that saved him. That's sad. Okay. Oh, we definitely take that. Aim punch on the whip, yeah, that was brutal. Like, we could have died there too. Like, you kind of rely on like hitting your opponent when you should to survive a lot of times, and that was one of those cases. Like, we could have lost that just purely because we got aim punched. And then, you know, what would have happened? I would have been like, you know, we lost that because I got aim punched, and people would be like, yeah, whatever, like, you lost. But it's true, man. Game's inconsistent. From rivers to rivers, guys. Okay, let's do this. Unironically, the whip is not the worst invasion weapon. Purely because of that R2. Like, looking back at it, when I played Mesmer Soldier Great Spear, and I didn't use it like as I would use like a Great Lance, I used it in like, you know, you go in there, you endure, and then charge the R2. Or, you know, you buff the damage, charge the R2, you have Flame Strike, you charge the R2. And then same thing with the whip. Like, for invading, these are fairly good setups, because people will really like attack into you, and you do chunk them with these charge R2s. Nice say that. I think we could get our damage higher with the axe tally. I forgot about that. Could push it a little bit. Maybe we don't even need this right here. Yeah, I don't think we do. There you go. Free tally, guys. Better reload. That's kind of a cool name. Anyone interested in chat in that new Fallout 3 remake that we're likely going to see in the near future? Is anyone gonna play that? Like it's gonna be like similar to what they did to Oblivion. Inhales? Oh wow, the reach there. Oh. That's not ideal. Yo, Pit! 7 years, baby! 84 months. My longest running subscriber, dude. There since day one. Yo, thank you so much, bro. I hope you're doing well too, man. Seven years is crazy. Pit was there since day one. Like he was following when the fucking when the Twitch had like 10 viewers. Like he was one of the 10. You know, like it was like nobody really. And he's still there. You're not even 7 years old? Yeah, chilling. I could tell. You do playing that great cat like a 6-year-old. Time to bring out the origin story of how you found me. I mean, probably nothing special to be remembered, honestly. Yeah, that's to be expected. I opened myself up for that. Oh, come on. No! Oh my god. Oh, they're smart. They didn't push here. They ate my input though. You know what? Let's just... Little breeder here. Hey, you wanted the fog wall. You wanted to. He hesitated though. Like, I don't want to appear like a pussy, but okay, let's go for it. Fuck, it's too late now. I think Japan's... I think if Japan Studio was still around, Bloodborne definitely would have had a remaster a long time ago, especially considering how this console generation went. I feel like not having a Bloodborne, like, not a remake, but let alone just a remaster, I think it's just Sony fumbling the ball, like, especially when Sony, like, greenlit so many, like, dubious projects of, like, you know, a God of War online that got canned, fucking Concord. Like, they approved so many of these ridiculously low IQ projects, and yet Bloodborne remaster, easy money, not even any work involved, like legitimately just a 60 FPS patch, and they would have been golden. It's such nonsensical. I was sure that it was in the work. I mean, now it's probably in the work, but they're late. Like, they're probably gonna bring it for the fucking PS6 at this point. Because, like, they could have easily had, like, a Bloodborne remaster for the launch of the PlayStation Pro, for instance. Initially, I thought that's what they were going for. They have to be saving it. I mean, at this point, they have to be saving it for PS6, but... It's like, you know, Canuck, like... These, like, I know people are not that fond of, like, remakes and remasters, but at the end of the day, like, people were happy about the Oblivion remake or remaster. People will be happy about the Bloodborne remake, remaster, and so on and so forth. My point is, there's always going to be a good game or a good old game to remake and remaster. So technically, if you're them, you should be pumping them out. Like, not as fast as you can necessarily, but almost, really. Like, at every opportunity you get that makes sense timeline-wise, you should be getting one out. Because, like, for instance, look at Elden Ring right now and Nightreign. There was a significant drought between the release of the Elden Ring DLC and the release of Nightreign. A Bloodborne remaster could have fit, like, right in between, and people would have been all for it. Same way that after Nightreign is dying out a little bit, like, people would be all for a Bloodborne remake remaster. It's like, there's plenty of opportunities to time it, but they're not taking it. Because development-wise, like, you know, it takes time to remake a game like what they did with Oblivion, for instance. You know, like, you're basically, like, making the visual run on Unreal while keeping the code from the old engine, and so you're bridging two engines together, and you're remaking all assets. Like, that's real game development. Like, that's difficult, that's time-consuming. But, like, you take a Bloodborne and... you know, you do a 60 FPS patch. Yes, there's some work that's involved, but it's barely anything compared to, like, making a game or remaking a game from the ground up, like what they did with Oblivion. And so what I'm trying to say is, really, it shouldn't take that long to get that done. Like, it really shouldn't. like you said, God of War multiplayer game, Concord 300, The Last of Us re-release, Ghost PS5 version. I really don't get why they don't touch Bloodborne. Yeah, me either. Because it's the obvious one, right? And then, you know, after they release Bloodborne remaster, you know, let's say it's a success, obviously, because people are eager for these sort of games and there's not that many out there. And so, you know, like, it's a success, and then after that, what do? Well, you do another one of these. Although, to be fair, like, Sony only owns the Demon Souls and Bloodborne IP for FromSoft, so they wouldn't be able to, like, start remaking, like, a Dark Souls 1 or a Dark Souls 2 or a Dark Souls 3. Like, this would have to come from FromSoft. And to be honest, the Dark Souls 1 remaster was super lame. It definitely was not up to par. Should have been better than that. And that's not Dark Souls 1's fault. That's the way it was handled. It was ugly, first of all. Like, the visual upgrade was arguably a change in artistic direction as opposed to an upgrade. Because it was some very cheap lighting that they implemented, not like anything that's like worthy of a remaster. Almost a demaster? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I was very disappointed with that Dark Souls 1 remaster. And not just because they cut mechanics by mistake, like dead angles that completely fucked the PvP. Not just because of that, but because the visuals were ugly. Like, the lighting was kind of terrible. Like, you know, you'd expect at least some stuff to be better. Look at the DS1 remaster versus the first edition. It literally changed it for zero reason. It's just that, you know, if you compare the two side by side, you will see some differences. Some aspects, the problem is some aspects will look better in the remaster and some won't. And in both cases, they're going to be like fairly close. And so at this point, it's like you're not really looking at an upgrade visually. You're more looking at like a change in artistic direction. That's really what no one wants when they're like, you know, when they're purchasing a remaster. They don't want the game to visually like change direction. Like, they want an upgrade. And the visuals did not really upgrade. And the character models are actually a downgrade. Like, the character lightings, not models, I should say. The character lighting is a straight up downgrade. Dude, I wonder if we could find that side by side. Now I'm, you know, now that we're talking about this, let me just pull up my browser real quick, see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that side by side, guys. No, not that. Because I've seen like one that was really like focused on the characters. This is an IGN side by side. Or really, aside from the frame rate, there's... Wow, I actually... Guys, I'm gonna show it because it's... I think it's worth it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there you go, guys. Okay, so check this out. This is an old IGN vid. Obviously, the frame rate, it's not going to be argued, right? Like, some areas just had terrible frame rate in the original, so... You know, that's the minimum you'd expect from a remaster. But check this out. You know, like... you know, if I was hiding this and this, would you be able to tell which is which? Like, legitimately, like, if I was hiding both of these here... Would you be able to tell? I would argue this is also more realistic because this lighting here, like there's no light source that's that bright anywhere around. Like this is actually closer to what it should look like. So, you know, first image, there you go, there's that. Like legitimately, like maybe with the close-up, like you could tell that, you know, it's more pixelated, but if you rewind a little bit, like if I hide this and this, and I showed you this picture, I would have told you that this one is the remaster. Like, legit. I thought this one was the remaster. Now, obviously, if you zoom up like that, like, you can tell from the pixels that, you know, this one might be a little more high-res, but... I mean, even then, like, look at that. Like, they really botched the lighting. Something terrible. You see what I mean? That's crazy. And they added like some special effect there, but I mean for the most part, like you look at these two, like this image is less cohesive than this image. Obviously there's that old bloom effect, and you could argue that the middle looks a little bit better there, but again, as far as like an image is concerned, like this is actually closer to what you'd get from like being in the dark and having daylight. Like it would look more like that than this gray, really. If you're in a completely dark room, like the bright would appear brighter. Alright, let's move a little bit. Okay, there you go, guys. Oh, so now you know what's crazy? Now I thought that this was the remaster and this was the remake because the lighting is darker on this one. It's so hard to tell which is which. Like legitimately, if you remove this tag, you cannot tell which is which. That's pretty crazy. For real, guys. Look at that. I would argue this one looks better again, like just more cohesive. This one is too bright in comparison for the amount of lighting that there is in the environment. Also, they made the fire more yellow and this one is more orange. This is also like closer to what you'd get for real like fire color. This is more like artificial. You know, that's just nitpicky, but you get the point. Like, this is supposed to be the remaster, and it certainly doesn't look like it. Okay, let's move forward a little bit here. Again, like, you can tell that the image here is more sharp and crisp, but that's really about it between the two. Like it's pretty much the same, exact same. Same thing with this here, like again, like just look at the color of the brick here that has been retextured versus the color of the brick there. The color of the brick there matches the rubble and the rest of the structure. The colors of the color of the brick here does not match the structure here. So they have a mismatch because they retextured it. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Like, that's pretty obvious too. It's just like, it's the retexture that you'd see from like, if you were to mod like Skyrim. Some like amateur retexture, basically. I mean, just look at it. It's such a mismatch. Crazy. Here they remove the bloom effect, and it's funny because that not the bloom, the blur, I should say, and the blur was, you know, the blur was put there for a reason. You know, technical limitations at the time. You wanted to hide the lack of details in the background, and then they unblurred it, so you see the lack of details in the scene. You know, it is what it is, guys. But that's not the one I wanted to show, though. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I saw one that was really about the character comparison, and it was like very, very striking. I wonder if it's this one. Oh, I think I found it. Or did I? There you go, guys. Oh shit, I found it. Oh my god. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? One sec. Okay, guys, don't look at the bottom of the screen, all right? Like, try to just look at the two faces and try to guess which is which. All right? Let's do this. Try to guess which is the remaster and which is the old one. Okay, so this one is the remaster. That's crazy, right? That's a downgrade. I'm sorry, but going from this to this is definitely a downgrade. Crazy, right? That's brutal. And that's not even the worst of it. Wonder if I can find it. One sec. This is just comparisons, more. Oh. That guys. Okay, there you go. Oh my fucking god. You ready? Guys. This is the remaster. That's bad. That's real bad. And you know what the worst part is? They invented an artificial light point. Like, look here, for instance, the character has like shadows because, you know, the face is in like a hood, and so like you have shadows there. Look here, there's light. And this is true, like, for that remaster, they added, like, an artificial light that's constantly, like, next to the character. And it's so distracting because that makes no sense whatsoever. And you see it here, but, like, it's even more distracting when you see it, like, in-game. Like, when you're playing the game. The eyes look dead, I mean. Guys. This is bad. It's real bad. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I said that they made the characters worse. You can clearly see it from there. Like, this one looks clearly better than this one. And it's not just, you know, the eyes, like I said, like shadow there where there should be shadow, and here there's light for no reason. Anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to highlight. Pretty crazy stuff, isn't it? QB's got to work on a famous game. It's sad because, like I said, like, that remaster is, like, bad in every way. The lighting got worse. He redid some textures from, like, some textures were clearly redid from scratch, and so the color changed, and so it doesn't match the environment anymore. The increase in FPS also killed some mechanics. It's like, you know, nothing was really double checked or taken into consideration. But yeah, crazy work, guys. Crazy, crazy work. Oh, that's a really nice map. No, don't die yet! No! 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 We were having an invasion in the best map. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Full of Genshin. No nice map for you. Yeah. I don't know what you got today. Tell us. Tell us, Fuji. What did you get? Did you get a ladder pass for the year? You're gonna be able to play all the tournaments for Elden Ring? Wow, that's pretty good, dude. Congrats, man. Happy for you. Anyone else in chat has a ladder pass like Fuji has? What's that, Green? You sold yours? Wow, okay. You wanted to make a quick buck? uh... Oh shit, we BHB! We BHB! Woo! That hurt. You got the battle pass for Ladder Elden Ring? Oh, that's really nice, Castle. Blasphemous Billy into BHB. Yeah, he was ready for PvP, man. He had that blind spot BHB ready. They want to explain how weapon and level rune play into invasion? Well, it's taken into account. Your weapon upgrade can't be too far from what the person you're invading has. So that means that usually your weapon upgrade should follow the natural progression for the level you're at. AKA, you know, when you reach around level 100, your weapon should be like either fully upgraded or almost fully upgraded. Anything above level 100, you should have your weapon fully upgraded. That's basically the baseline. Um, that's another good map. But I feel like we're gonna go down the elevator. Yep. Nope, they're above, I think. Let's send that down. Oh, come on. He hit the wall a few times. Did you find any more champions? No, I did not. No tournament champions today. ESN needs Fuji? Yeah, absolutely. You're too scared because you have ults now? Careful, Green, because if you say it too loudly, they're gonna fucking DC and block you as soon as you join. That was a move. They're certainly not very hostile. What was I using for the backup? Oh yeah, this. Well played, Fuji. Really good teamwork there. I think we make for some pretty good team, honestly. Thank you, Steel, for your words of encouragement. Surprised we killed the Phantom because it was raining. Oh, this map is good. This map is good. And we're playing against Oscar, Samuel, JPEG. Not PNG. Alright. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Oscar. Oh boy. Impressive gameplay, right? Hail, thanks for the gifted. Delino, really appreciate that. Bro uploaded his avatar to his username. Yeah. That's funny. Alright guys, honest question. What is your level of fun / boredom with Elden Ring? When you get on to play Elden Ring, do you have fun? Are you eager to play Elden Ring? Or are you bored? Did you stop playing? Are you still playing, but it feels like you just don't have another game that you want to play? What is your level of excitement or lack thereof? Please share your experience, guys. Up on For Honor, alright. Still genuinely think it's fun, unironically addicted to invading. Haven't played in months, waiting for Tarnished for an excuse for another run. Depends on so much on who you're fighting. Yeah, that's a good point, to be fair. Play once a week, it's fun, but if I play more than once a week, I hate it. That's a good point. You're at this point where you exclusively play with friends. I actually want to read what you guys have to say, though. Couldn't pay me to play it. Have no other game on Xbox, so you keep playing Elden Ring. Only have fun when I'm ganking. That's a good point. Even with the nerf. My life isn't bad enough to play Elden Ring currently. Thank you, Castle, for reminding me. Why am I locked onto this guy? I locked off and then re-locked on. Out of stamina. Activity for invasions on PC seem pretty bad, so pretty much stuck with arena duels. I'm unironically of the belief that there's no better alternative to Elden Ring Invasion, so I'm just vibing until the next big FromSoft thing. Yeah, me too. I'm just staying around until the next thing. Quitting Elden Ring was the best decision of my life. Unless you were getting paid. Oh, okay. Thanks, Castle. I play, but then I find no invasion or barely on vanilla. Then go seamless, get a ton of invasion where people unironically DC and you don't feel like it every time. You don't feel like... And I don't feel like every time to duel tryhards camping in one place. I feel I spend more time on build making than actually playing. I'll say I enjoy Elden Ring sometimes when I just randomly invade for a couple of hours. But in Elden Ring, and joining For Honor was the worst decision of your life. I go back and forth between DSR, DS3, and Elden Ring. A true Souls player. I don't know how people that duel hours every day stay sane. I mean, that used to be me in Dark Souls 3, though. Marco loves Elden Ring. He loves it. And ironically, if fight clubs were a thing, you might still play. Yeah, I think they killed it. They really killed fight clubs. It's unfortunate. Yeah, they're not the same. Definitely not. Like, fight clubs are not really a fight club, and it's just two players and the host fighting, you know? The host, like, only the host watching and like two people fighting. Oh, this enemy is decent. I played a little risky with my bleed being higher, but I saw an opportunity. I took it. I think he gave up. Do you prefer Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring PvP? It's a good question. I think if you were to put things in context for both games, I think I had more fun back in Dark Souls 3 than Elden Ring, so I think it would be fair to say that I preferred Dark Souls 3 PvP, but if you're talking about today, like, what would I prefer to play today? I would prefer playing Elden Ring over Dark Souls 3 today, simply because, you know, Elden Ring is still, like, still has more mechanics than Dark Souls 3, and Dark Souls 3, you know, I played it to death, so as much as I'm jaded of Elden Ring, I'm probably even more jaded of Dark Souls 3 and its glitches and everything related to that. I think I'm at this point where I'm all, like, it's unfortunate because it's still fairly early considering how long it takes to develop games, but I'm already, like, ready to move on from Elden Ring for another game, you know? Like, I'm ready to move on. I was ready to move on from Dark Souls 3. And now, like, and it, you know, and we survived on Dark Souls 3 for about 6 years. But now it's been 3 years and I'm already ready to move on from Elden Ring. So I don't know what that says about the game. History is kind of ass nowadays. Last time you hopped on, mostly just motion all the time. Can't believe he still ganks almost every day. It's crazy, dude. Like, we really had some mental patience in Dark Souls 3. And the fact that they still do the same thing just goes to show that that shit was truly mental. We're ready to move on from Elden Ring the day it released. I mean, to be fair, Elden Ring did go through a lot of changes, and until the support stopped, you know, the game still kept moving in different directions, so there was still hope. But I will say that day one, though, we were starting from a very far away place when it came to, like, all the problems that Elden Ring had. Made a lot of strides, but ultimately the pain points remain. Problem with the player limit being probably the biggest one. And then, you know, in a broader sense, the imbalances are also still present, you know, like when you have to fight a dueling shield or a blind spot back end blade or that sort of stuff, you know. Like, the imbalances are still there, even if people don't use these things as much. The game is still very unbalanced. You're getting recommended shitter channels that play on max level in Dark Souls 3 to this day, like daily uploads. Yeah, that's crazy. Unfortunately, my pride doesn't let me lose to worst players. You truly go insane, so you drop this game. Yeah, I had a problem with that too, honestly, because, like, in Dark Souls 3, I was at a point where I was so skilled that there was really, like, only, like, maybe 5 players that could legitimately, like, beat me in a 1v1. And, like, it got to a point where I would just seriously never lose to anyone, but, like, the handful of top players that were still playing. And so it felt good because it did reward skill, but when it came to Elden Ring after that, it's like, even though I don't, you know, dedicate myself as much into Elden Ring, like, you can just really see, like, it's baked into the mechanics, like, just losing priority. The game is made in a way so you just trade damage and it's each other's turn one after the other. Like, the game is just not built to, like, reward the better player, especially with, like, you know, reversing pressure by just hyper armor attack out of its stun. You know, like, having second hits, not poise break. Stuff like blind spot. You know, there's just, the list can go on and on and on. Like, the game is just not as skill based, even if it has more option, more variety, that sort of stuff. It's just not as skill-based. Why haven't you tried a fighting game? Castle, I don't like fighting games. I'm not a fighting game player. I like my 3D characters in a 3D world with 3D movement. Not some fucking side view camera from the Wish 3D Foundation, you know? I don't like 3D game. I don't like fighting games. I think I might call it after this one, guys. I'm gonna go do some other stuff. Oh, is this house going to die to the teddy bear? Oh, they're Nightreign players. Oh, he was out of the reach. Good fight. Good assist there, teammate. You don't like 2D fighting games either? Yeah, me either, man. I mean, they're just different games. There's some 3D fighters with overhead camera, but you get what you mean. Well, I mean, to be fair, Castle, you know, like Lino was talking about For Honor earlier. Like, to me, For Honor, when it was first announced, I was really interested in For Honor, so much so that my buddy from Rainbow Six and we started playing For Honor day one competitively, playing, like, the tournaments and all that stuff. And we found a lot of success, you know. I won 5 For Honor tournaments in the first month of release. Like, we were, like, the top 2v2 team out there for, you know, for the time, and it didn't last that long, but I was interested in For Honor because it had that sort of 3D aspect, right? But at the time, the game was a little too shallow in its mechanics, so that it didn't keep my interest for that long. And obviously, like, For Honor also had a big drop in popularity back then. Now it had a resurgence because they supported it afterward. Apparently, they did a good job with the support. But for me, it was too little, too late, so I never bothered to come back. But, you know, this is the closest thing to, like, a fighting game that I cared about. And so, when they come out with another project that's a little similar to what they did with For Honor, I'll probably be interested. But we'll see, you know. Everyone has their own taste for what type of game they like. I know what I like. And, usually fighting games are not really the type of games I care about. But to each his own, you know, it doesn't make them any worse or anything like that. It's just personal preference. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it here. You know, this stream yesterday too, so I'm gonna keep it short for today. Nothing much happened today either. The game is not the worst for activity right now, but that's just honestly, guys, I don't really feel like playing that much, so just gonna call it early. You don't judge Warcraft players? I don't know what Warcraft is, but if it's an MMO, I do judge them. Fucking diapers, dude. Alright, guys, everyone in chat, thank you so much for coming by again. Thanks for the little chat. It's always entertaining to talk about all that stuff. Alright, Green, have a good one, man. Chirico, much love. It's an MMO. Diapers, then. Diapers, Chirico. Can't have that. Alright, let's see who's on right now. We got Dudley playing Nightreign, and that's pretty much it. Let's raid Dudley playing Nightreign. Alright, see you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for the help earlier, Fuji. Much appreciated.